The Republicans just pulled a really clever trick into cutting Americans' health care without anybody knowing. Here's what they did. The Republicans just advanced their budget blueprint by a vote of 217 to 215, with every single Democrat voting no. That would allow them to make deep cuts to certain committees. Now, it's true that the Republican budget doesn't expressly make cuts to Medicaid and food stamps, but what it does do is mandate cuts to certain committees. So, for example, the Energy and Commerce Committee is forced to cut $880 billion from its budget. That is the committee that oversees Medicaid. You cannot cut $880 billion without cutting Medicaid. The Agriculture Committee is being forced to cut $230 billion. That is the committee that oversees food stamps. You cannot cut $230 billion without cutting food stamps. And so do you see the trick that they're pulling? None of them actually expressly voted for a cut to Medicaid. None of them expressly voted for a cut to food stamps, but they did force cuts to the committees that will then have to cut those exact programs. So they gave themselves one layer of protection to be able to maintain some plausible deniability so that when they go back to their districts, they don't have to say, oh, well, I voted for a budget that cuts Medicaid and food stamps, knowing full well that they did vote for a budget that forced the committees to then cut those programs. Again, a clever little trick to prevent them from having to take accountability for their own actions. They think we're stupid. We know better.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So, the whole MAGA supporters voted against Medicaid. You know how they voted against Obamacare, thinking that it is not Affordable Care Act. Right now, it is Medicaid, and all of them are just boo-hoo-hoo and ha-ha-ha on social media. The same people who everybody was telling you this person's policy was better, but they didn't listen. They didn't want to hear it. Anything that has to do with this woman, they didn't want to hear it. And now that the whole thing has turned around, everybody's in their find out era. They're all now asking how it's going to change or if it's going to ever happen. I saw in some of the comment section that some of these videos comment section, and I saw where some of them were saying, oh, that they don't think that they're ever going to cut Medicaid because it's going to cost a lot of insurance companies. Okay, it's going to cost them a lot, so Medicaid will not be cut off. That do you think that will ever happen? That this is just people talking, just rumors and all that? Anyway, I have some videos I've gathered for you guys. Let's go ahead and watch some of these creators and what they have to say about this matter. Then we come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, and please do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. And credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch.
Canceling Medicaid is suicide for the insurance companies. And I don't think they'll get away with it. I don't think our government will be able to pull it off. I think the insurance lobby will stop it. It's nearly $1 trillion that the government pays to keep Americans healthy, to keep kids healthy, to keep families healthy, to keep my fucking kids healthy. My son is on Medicaid. My daughter's on Medicaid. If the government stops dishing out that Medicaid money to the insurance companies, to the hospitals, to the doctors, they're all going to collapse. They need that money. We can't, hey, American government, pay Trump and you Doge people. We can't afford health care. And so if you take Medicaid, ain't nobody going to the fucking doctor. And your whole system will collapse. You have to wonder if that's what they want. But cutting $880 billion out of Medicaid is suicide to the insurance industry, to the hospitals. It's that simple. And I don't think it'll make it through. I think they're going to try and find a way, but I think that the insurance lobby is going to throw everything they fucking have to stop this.
Do you really think that if this whole Medicaid thing is stopped, do you think it's going to be stopped? Do you think that it's going to affect insurance companies or not? And do you think that insurance companies actually have the power to stop it if the government, in quote, decide that they want to stop this thing from existing? Do you think that the insurance company has a right to do that? I know that they're going to make profits from it, right? They make profits from Medicaid, but I don't think that they might have right to stop it. The only thing is that it might also increase insurance at some point, or probably the the people are going to pay more than what they are paying now. Because I saw a video of somebody who was complaining how just for a dental care that she's going to spend about 3,000 3,100 for dental, just for her to have like a dental, okay, for just few things, right? Not like it's a whole entire dental care. And I think that might just increase if at all they decide that they're going to cut Medicaid also. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments.
Well, how about that, MAGA Republicans? While he was running for office, he said that he would not cut Medicaid, and you believed him. Moments ago on Capitol Hill, the Republicans passed a budget resolution cutting Medicaid by $880 million. We tried to warn you. We told you so. I live in a country with free healthcare, so I'll be okay. Will you? Do you still believe him? Or do you accept what we have been trying to tell you all along? He is a liar, and he does not care about you. He has just cut $880 million just now on Capitol Hill. We told you so.
Kamala Harris had a plan to expand Medicare benefits to include long-term at-home care, in addition to expanding nursing home benefits for the elderly and for the disabled. She wanted to continue Joe Biden's low-cost prescription plan, and she wanted to expand that as well, right? But y'all said no. No, we're going to go with the other guy. We're going to go with the other guy because Kamala Harris has no plan. When she made it clear what the plan was, one of her campaign stops was just to talk about her plans. She went into detail about her plans. And y'all still said, instead of researching and following up for yourselves, y'all still said, no, she ain't discussing her plans. And so we're going to go with the other guy. And this right here is the other guy's plan. The other guy's plan is to cut the budget so that he can save money to provide tax cuts for the rich. And so because y'all went with the other guy, yeah, Republicans passed the budget yesterday, which cuts $880 billion from the budget. And that $880 billion will be cuts to Medicare, Social Security, Medicaid, food stamps. He's taking money, $880 billion worth, taking it from the poor so that he can provide tax cuts to the rich, will increase the overall deficit. Okay, got it. I just want to say to all of you that voted for Donald Trump because you said Kamala Harris had no plan, congratulations.
You know, the irony of this whole thing is the fact that people who voted for TP are not the only one that's going to be experiencing all of those things that is happening, all of this hardship and everything that is going on right now. They won't be the only one experiencing it. I wish there would be a way to say, okay, if you voted for Republicans, stay here. If you voted for Democrats, stay this way. These other people are going to, suffer the consequences of their vote. Why these other people suffer the consequences of their vote? But there is no way it's going to happen. Everybody is going to find out at the same time. Everybody is going to be, even the people that did not FA is going to FO. That's the irony of this whole thing. And to think that this thing is going to affect the elderly, is going to affect the young children, is going to affect everybody. It's only that the food stamps that single moms use to pass time. Like, this is helping them to be able to feed their children, to take care of their home front. It's also going to be affecting it. It's going to affect everybody, both the Democrats, the Republicans, and the third party. Every other person is going to affect them. The people who voted independently, the people who didn't even stand up from their house on that 11th of November, on that 5th of November to go vote, is still going to affect them. Sometimes, when people say, oh, we shouldn't even cut ties because of election, is it not just politics? Don't let politics come in between family. It has a way of coming in between them. I saw someone who was talking about, if you do not like politics find a way coming to you, just because the policies that are going to be passed by a particular political party when they assume office is going to come to you, is going to affect you one way or the other. Is really going to affect you. So for some of you who said, oh, I'm not going to vote, you voted for this. You are part of the problem. Because if you have come out in mass to really vote, I don't think all of this would have happened. I don't think so. And now that this whole thing has turned like this, the whole Medicaid, the benefits, the food stamps, all of these things are going. And to think that Kamala had better policies, like she had other plans to keep Medicaid, not to touch Medicaid, and make sure that people will be able to, have at least all the benefit that they need, food, anything that they need. There was a lot that was happening, yes, during when Biden was in office, but it's not as bad as people are currently experiencing. Some people are leaving the US for other countries just because they want to be able to afford medical care, afford food, be able to live in a good house. Because the amount of money you spend in the US for housing, you can't even compare it with what you spend when you move to other countries. But still, you do not get quality for what you paid for. Sometimes you just say, okay, I don't get quality, but I got quantity. You're not even getting the quantity, let alone quality. So now everything is just like, people are like, you know what, we didn't plan for this. See, I keep saying this, I don't think this is what MAGAs voted for. Yes, it is what they are seeing currently, is their reality right now. But I don't think it was in their mind to really vote against their own selves. I don't think so. I don't think. But you guys, let me know. Do you think so? In the comments, just share your thoughts with me in the comments. Do you think that this is really what they voted for? Do you think that they wanted this to really happen? Because I don't think a sane person will want all of this kind of policies that will affect them and everyone around them to be passed. I don't think so. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. And please do well to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. See you guys on my next video.